Welcome back to another episode of the Vajayjays podcast. I'm Catherine.
I'm Liz.
I'm Krista.
And I'm Tiffany.
And today we're going to talk about modern dating. What do you guys think about dating apps now being one of the main ways like people meet each other? And do you prefer modern dating or more of the old school traditional ways?
I've never used a dating app, and I don't know if I would ever. I think I definitely prefer the old school way. I just think people like lie over the internet or like catfish, and I guess people could lie too, like in person. That's just my take.
And when you say like old school dating, are you talking about like the men like
maybe
wooing
like,
you
you know,
like with the
did they call it
flowers
courting? Was it courting?
Or like you meet somebody like in your circle, social circle.
Yeah, I think that's actually what I would prefer too. Maybe not necessarily within my circle, but like I think nowadays I would feel more comfortable dating a friend versus a stranger that I met. But that's also because I also haven't been on a dating app. But I don't think I wouldn't say no, because I think it's an experience I have to try. I think it's something that everyone should give a thought to. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't really want to take it seriously or if you do. I mean, like, obviously there's like Tinder, Coffee Meets Bagel, East Meets West, or something like that.
That's a
I
thing.
mean, it's like
Christian
it's like an
mingle.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay,
I don't know. It's a fun possibility.
Okay. Let me just grab something real quick. I wasn't wearing it.
Oh yeah, Krista's engaged from a dating app.
I got engaged from a dating app.
No, don't just say that. Like you just got engaged immediately. Like, tell the story, girl.
I'm getting them. Laying the foundation. So I did prefer to like meet somebody like in my social circle or like to be introduced to somebody, but I felt like the people I was meeting I just wasn't making any connection with, so I was kind of like, oh well, whatever. And then I heard like a mentor of mine say like, oh, you just have to put yourself out there, you know what I mean? For like some people, putting yourself out there, you have to figure out what that means. And I took that as, okay, just try a dating app. Did not go on Tinder. I feel like they get like a bad rap for like being really thirsty and like people who
they don't actually
aren't
want
really
relationships, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I went to Coffee Meets Bagel. I heard a lot of like good things about them. Then I met Oliver, who is now my fiance. But it took us 3 years to go from like meeting and dating to
Wait, so how long were you on dating apps before meeting him, and what apps did you use?
Okay, I used Coffee Meets Bagel. I was on it, I think, only 2 weeks, and then I met him.
Oh.
On there. Yeah, I know. It was super short. And then after I met him, I was like still talking to other people, but I just like it after I made the connection, I just didn't really want to make another one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just got lucky like that because I don't think anybody's stories are really like, oh, I met one person and I don't want to see anybody else after that. So I felt like that was kind of rare.
You struck gold.
Yeah. But I will say, out of all the things that I had learned for online dating, if you go into it and you know exactly what you want, like you've determined already what you value, and you're like serious about like making sure the person that you meet and actually commit to stay with has like the same values, I feel like it could work. It's like ordering a pizza. You tell them exactly what you want.
I guess.
Just check your order before you leave.
That's right.
And I guess that's the point of it too, right? Like there's the personality, there's the science behind it to like match you with somebody who like aligns with what you want and what you believe. So I mean, I totally get that.
How does it work?
Does
it like make you fill out a questionnaire?
No, well, no, not really. Like, so you just like put what you are, like you put like your height, your age, your occupation and whatever, and like your preferences. And then the thing about Coffee Meets Bagel is that like guys make the first move. Like they can say, I like her. And then for girls, they say in a given day, here are like 10 people who like you. See if you like them back. And so like
Oh.
I kind of like that the guys make the first move, because I think that's what we were talking about in the last episode, right? That like
Yeah, girls
want to
wanting
make
guys.
the first
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
I guess my situation as well as modern dating in a sense. So with me and my current boyfriend Armando, we worked together, and I thought like, I was like, oh, he's pretty cute, like, but I wasn't really like trying to date at the time. Like I was still trying to, find myself, love myself, and really give myself that self-love after being in a relationship that wasn't too great. And I had no intention of building something with him and being in this relationship this long. Like I literally just, like I said, was dating and just wanted to have fun and hang out with him, see what he was about. And I had, after I asked him on a date, with the help of liquid courage. It was a bet. So I don't know. I had his number from work because we're like in group text, and the Raider game happened to be on, I think. Yeah, because he was there, because he was at the Raider game, and I had no idea he was there. So I like texted him, and I was like, "Oh, your Raiders are like about to lose," and then I was like, "Bet, like if they lose, you have to take me out," and I was like, "But if they win, you have to take me out." Not realizing not realizing the next day that like I said that. Or until the next day, I didn't realize I said like either way he had to take me out, because I totally didn't mean that. I meant like I would take him out. But they ended up losing, so he still had to take me out. And then we ended up going to San Pedro, and obviously like it was kind of a safe space because hella people, like it's not just like you like in a quiet little restaurant. So we ended up kicking it off and like hitting it off really well, like really well. It was really weird like how much we had in common, and especially after working with each other, like we had no idea that we were into the same things. And I think that's what built the foundation of our relationship, and like how intentional we were about the things that we liked and how it was just so easy going for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, none of us like really used apps except Krista, but do you feel like a majority of people on the apps are actually there to like find relationships? I think that's why I don't use it, because I feel like from all the stories I've heard, it doesn't feel really genuine, right?
Yeah.
I think it also depends too, because I have a couple of friends who are like actually really want to find someone, but it's the story of they find someone and they get their hopes up, thinking like, oh, we've been talking for a while, I thought we were hitting it off, but in the end they end up either getting ghosted or getting told like, oh, sorry, I don't think it's working out, and so they've gotten pretty like disheartened by it, and even like take like hiatuses from it just because there's just like I need to recover.
I hear that. They like, I need a break from the apps. I'm like, whoa.
And I think it's actually I think it's like it's kind of hard, because it's like you're building kind of this persona of this person that you believe is like like kind of like an ideal person for yourself, and so when you see that they're just like not on that same wavelength, you're kind of just like, I can't. It's a very big letdown for a lot of people. So I can understand how like I think dating is you really have to put yourself out there and just be willing to kind of get a couple bullets in.
What app are they on?
It's like the standard ones. So it'd be like Unhinged, Coffee Meets Bagel. I don't remember the other ones, but stuff like that.
I seen Hinge on a Hulu ad, and I was like, wow. And it was like the slogan was like, the dating app you want to delete because you shouldn't keep it in your phone. And I was like, wow, that's kind of convincing.
Wow.
Like
that's
after
interesting.
you make
I've never seen them do that.
It was like after you make a connection, like delete the app. Like we don't want you to have it. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's some forceful advertising.
Dude, that's like such an awkward conversation, because like when me and Oliver were kind of like, oh, like should we get into a relationship? I was like, hey, I deleted my app, and he's like, cool. I was like, delete your app.
Wait, that's when you guys ultimately got together though, right? Like it wasn't like when you guys were still in the talking period, it was like dating.
No. We were still like talking, but I was like,
but you wanted,
I don't know. I wanted to see it deleted before I could commit to a relationship.
Okay.
I could see Krista being like, so I deleted the app. Like,
hello.
I'm very straightforward.
I'm very like you know what's funny is that I'm very straightforward, and I'll tell it how it is, and I'm very straight up, and I don't care if it's like a turn off for like the other person, because if they're turned off, then they're not gonna like me at all.
Yeah.
But like I had a friend who also goes on dating apps, is like, you're so bold, I couldn't do that. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, do you think that that would work for not me, but like another person to be like very straightforward about what
I
you
honestly think
want?
it might be better for someone to be more straightforward to you versus like kind of like beating around the bush. Like I don't want a simple like, hi, how you doing? I'm like, yo girl, like what you been doing? What you been up to? You know, like it's been so long. Like you working out or something? Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of the conversations that go around like that I've seen, like the like messages from friends, it just seems very like I don't know what to. It's just like very very dull. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound
Ooh.
fun. I'm just like, I know you're trying to get to learn the person and you don't want to learn too many things before you go on your date because there's nothing to talk about. But I feel like it's easy to like bring out a conversation if it's, I guess, I don't know, something that's interesting to you. And if you don't find it interesting.
Do you guys get annoyed by like bad texters?
I
When
am
you're
a bad
getting to know
texter.
someone- No, but like when you're
I'm
getting
the
to
bad
know
texter.
someone,
By what?
like when you're getting to know someone like on an app, all you guys have really is your communication on like messages, right? Well, if
Okay.
they're bad texter, does that annoy you? Because that's happened to me. Not on apps, on Instagram, talking to guys.
No, because when I started dating Michael, neither of us were really good texters. If anything, it would probably
You're
take
still
us
not
a
a good
couple,
texter.
But
couple
you
of
guys got to
days
see each
to
other at
text.
school and stuff, and in
That's
your
true.
club.
But
I'm
remember
talking
at the
about
time
like
that
dating apps.
oh, that's well. I mean, I don't think I would take it if we had just started like messaging each other. I feel like maybe like a three day wait period. I sound crazy, but I feel like because I'm also not very a good texter, I feel like I would make up with it with like longer texts and like texts to kind of like like I guess lengthen out the conversation. So it wouldn't just be like, oh, this is my favorite food. I'd be like, yeah, this is hella good. Like, have you tried this kind of food? You know, like there's this really good place I know. Like I wouldn't just be like, I like dumplings. And then just like leave it up to you. I'm like, come on, man. Like tell me what kind of dumplings you like, what kind of places you like. Like I can get like ideas of where to go on like dates, you know. I
Yeah.
think I would like that better.
Yeah, that's super sweet too. Like when a guy takes the time to like really ask you questions and get to know you and then take you to a place that resembles like what you were talking about, like I think that's really sweet. But yeah, bad texters are a no-go.
Right?
If
So
you're not gonna
I'm
give
the
me the
bad
time of day,
texter.
why would I give you the time of day?
no,
You know?
what made I didn't even realize that because I like laugh so much, especially in my texts. When I type LOL, I'm actually laughing, and my brother's always like, "What the hell are you doing? Like you're smiling at your phone." But I remember I was talking to this guy, and like all he did was like ha-has once in a while, literally just ha-ha. And then like I feel like he's a fun person, but he was just so boring on text. I couldn't even get to know him, and I did the ghosting thing, which is so mean. But like I was so uncomfortable. I was like, that bothered me that someone didn't put LOL. What's wrong with me? It's just like it was so bland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With the whole texting thing, I purposefully was playing it very chill. I'll reply to you in 6 hours to make it seem like I was busy, but at the time I was
Oh
a
my
student.
gosh.
I had nothing to do because I had dated somebody who was not good at texting before. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to depend on a person's reply. So I was like, I'm going to be chill, just chill. And then I guess he kind of thought that I was losing interest because I was like so like spaced out with my text. And then like I could see him put like haha. And then eventually I was like, you know what? Like I could see like us dropping an engagement and I was like of like conversation. I was like, you know, we could just meet up and just see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
True.
But I feel like if you meet in person at least once, you'll get to know like what their haha really means. You know what I mean? Like with you, your LOL is like an LOL.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not trying to sound so like everything was based on that. It was like the whole conversation in general
yeah.
bored me. And I was like, I never felt like that because I feel like I can talk to people for so long on text. And I was like, this is so awkward. And then I was like, I don't even want to try the apps because that's like so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It is. I always
And you
feel
also
like it's like an interview.
Yeah.
you think it just has to also deal with how we perceive like the messages itself,
Yeah.
like how are they actually saying it, and like I don't know, because it's different like how someone could just be asking something simple and we just think it's just very like dull when it's,
But they
I
can
don't know,
be
they put,
saying it excitedly.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It'd just be like, how's your day going? I don't know. And
Yeah.
I think it just has to play with a lot of that
Kind of
too.
why I prefer like the old school way. I really would rather just meet someone in person because I need to feel their vibes. Ew, I don't like that word. I need to feel their yeah.
Nothing wrong with vibes. Their aura.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
know like you have good energy because I can't be with someone low energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like how you would have to feel like you were dragging out the conversation. Like if they're giving like, yes, no.
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
or it's like you feel like you always have to ask the questions or they're never gonna speak. That's
Yeah.
annoying.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Jeez.
That's why you schedule like with dates that you can easily get out of if you don't like it. Like you just say, let's grab coffee. And that could be an hour because you don't have to, you'd be like, okay, bye. You don't have to go anywhere else with them. Be like, sorry, I had other
I always
plans.
hear that, but I don't drink coffee or tea, so I'm just like, what can I say? Or boba. It's like, let's go get water.
Jamba Juice. Ramen. Food.
Wait,
Oh, wait,
how do you
that's
guys
too
feel
long.
about going to like a movie theater as a date?
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say that. I don't understand those dates because you don't get to talk or get to know each other.
I don't agree with that. I think that watching a movie is fun and then having something to do after, like grabbing like food to eat, like because you get to talk about the movie.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, instant conversation.
I think that also just depends too, because if like maybe I guess if it was a bad movie, you just be like, yeah, that was awful. Like we want to watch it again. But if it was a good movie, I'd be like, damn, like actress is hella good, like the action is really good, storyline, like I never heard of it before, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Because I know during high school I used to go. Y'all gonna make fun of me. I used to go on a lot of movie dates in high school. And you know, like there's that nervous tension between you two, and you're like, oh, do I hold hands or not hold hands?
Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys know that weird like tension. You're just like, but I mean, I always thought it was fun because I thought like even back then, like we didn't go out to obviously eat after dinner, like or the movies. We would just like walk around the mall or something and just like talk.
I think I'm imagining like people go to the movies and go home. I don't know why. That's probably
Oh
why.
my god, no! Why would you do that? That's awful.
I don't
Dinner and
know.
a
I don't know.
movie.
Oh wait, I was gonna ask you guys though. What is like your dream date?
Oh shit.
I know mine.
Okay, go.
Me first? Okay. Mine is I love picnics. So I would want to go have a picnic with Taco Bell in a basket because I love the picnic baskets, you know, with like the cups and everything. I would want that, but I wouldn't want it at like a beach. I would want it on like grass because the sand would make me not want to eat, you know? And then I want to go mini golfing because I love mini golf. And I feel like,
Mini golf days.
yeah, like you can see how a person is when like can they have fun just hitting like a small ball into like 19 holes? Will they talk to you? Like I get really competitive. Will they like
Yeah.
like that? I don't know. And then it would just be like somehow just end up talking like all night. And then we're like, oh damn, it's like 2 a.m. Let's go home. That's like my dream date. I just want Taco Bell and mini golf.
That's so cute. I think my dream date is like something adventurous, and something new, right? Like something that like gets us both out of our comfort zone, but it's still like super fun and like thrilling. Like, I don't know. I would love, like right now, I would love to go to Mount Herman and go like ziplining in Santa Cruz and like go through all those obstacle courses. I saw the other one. It's in, I don't know, somewhere up north in California, where you're like on the bike, but you're on a train track. Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the double. It's like the double seat, and then you have to like pedal your way through the train tracks,
like
and
a
you like go
Disneyland
through the
ride.
Napa?
Yeah. I don't think it's Napa. It's close to Napa. I even would like go skydiving as a date. I really want to go paddle boarding. Like,
Would you do that as like a first date though?
yeah,
Ooh.
I would. Like if they were down, I would be down. I'm all for like a thrill.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably stay in an amusement park because that's the most fun you can have. Even though
But
I'm
you don't
scared
even
shitless,
ride
and
the
everybody
rides.
knows. No,
As
okay,
a
I
first
can't
date?
ride the really big roller coasters, but the other ones I'm totally okay with. But if I can't see the dip, I'm not going.
She just wants to hold hands. I'm scared. Hold my hand.
Yeah.
No, I just want to scream and just have fun. I don't know. I think the idea of amusement park date like is really cute because like the time you guys like wait in line to get on the ride, like you guys can
You get the-
talk.
Yeah.
You know, you get the adrenaline rush when you're on the ride, and you know, I don't know, just like looking around and seeing people like with the like nasty bag, like carnival food. I don't know. It just sounds very fun.
Disneyland dates are the best.
Well, like someone taking you on a Disneyland day, I'd be like, oh my god.
For a first date.
Dude.
Yep, take me there.
What if you don't end up liking the person on that first date?
Aw.
At least you had
You
fun
know
at
what?
Disneyland.
When she's in
Yeah,
Disneyland.
you're right.
You literally run away.
I'm going to the bathroom and never come back.
What's yours,
Um,
Krista?
I like activities. Like I do like thrill. I think we went to what is it? Go-karting, and I hadn't done that before, and that one really like got my attention. But I like three-part things, like something adventurous, something like where we could just talk and like to actually get to know each other, and then something just completely just bland, because I kind of want to see how a person does like in all three settings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. Didn't think
Okay.
about it that way.
But what do you guys think about people saying like chivalry is dead nowadays? Like they feel like guys aren't gentlemen anymore.
I don't think they have to be that all the time, but I think every once in a while is nice.
Do you guys like guys like opening doors for you and stuff? Pulling your chair out, really? I feel like we're really different in this way because I've always hated that.
I'm just not
Why?
used to it.
I remember like I would watch girls in the passenger seat wait for their boyfriends to walk out of the car, and they're just sitting there like this, and then the guy has to like walk around and open your. By that time I could have opened the door and walked into the store already. Like I don't get. To me, I don't want that, and I don't need them to always open the door for me. Like I don't feel like I want to make the guys do stuff. That's just how I am. But yeah, like if they pulled my chair out, I'd be like, what?
I have like mixed feelings about it. Well, when Oliver does it, like he opens the door for me, like on the off chance that he does, I do feel like I appreciate it because it's like it's a very small thing, but like I mean, it's still kind of cute.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I did date somebody before who always opened every single door, car door, like stop, don't get out, I'm opening the door, and it would open literally every like door. And like it even got to the point where even my dad was like, here you go, like he would open the door for all of us because he was like just like taking notice. It was very nice, it was very cute, but it was kind of used as a like, well, when because obviously that first relationship didn't work out, right? So when the relationship was ending, he was like, at least, you know what, I opened all the doors for you, like as if it were like a bargaining chip, or as if it was like, look what you're missing out on, you know what I mean? And I remember like he would open the doors when we were together, and then all his friends would be like, dang, look at you opening the doors. And he's like, and I was like, if you're doing it for like everybody else except, you know what I mean, if you're doing it for the attention, then it does not count.
I'll just be like, I can open my own door, dick.
Yeah.
What if they just try to be nice and just like, I want to treat my woman because she's, you know, like she just wants I just want to.
No, but if they're doing it like the way Krista said, I would just be like,
no, then I'd just be like, nah, close the door, I'll open it myself.
Get out of here.
How do you feel about flowers?
I love flowers. I love getting flowers, and I never do. So Armando, take note.
Get her flowers. I hate flowers.
He gives me
Text him
flowers
real quick.
He gives me flowers on my birthday and Valentine's Day, and those are like 3 days apart, and that's the only time I get flowers throughout the year. So
That's cute.
I just like being thought of, you know, like, oh, like thought of you, went to the store, like here's some flowers. But we also don't live together, so I guess, you know, maybe like later on in our relationship when we do live together, and like I can like take them home and put them in the vase, you know, because he doesn't come home to me every night, so that's probably also a factor. But I love the idea of flowers, and I love them. They smell so good. They're so pretty. Like they make your room or like your house look nice.
I like flowers, but I'm allergic. So in exchange, I would like food instead.
I didn't know you were allergic.
Me either.
No, it's like we had him in the room one time, and then I was just like, he's allergic, I know, but I was like, can we just keep it in because it's nice, you know? And then like the day after, I started sneezing too, and I was like, get this shit out of here. It's gotta go.
Hey, now he doesn't have to buy you flowers.
No, he knows the weight of my heart is with food or candy.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
know.
gosh, yeah. You know,
True.
that works. That equally
Yeah,
works.
I would love to get a candy bouquet. It's my dreams to rot on my teeth.
Yeah, I guess it's not the fact that it's flowers. I think it's being thought of
Yeah.
and like a simple gesture.
Yeah, just nice.
At your love language, like gift giving or receiving gifts?
Actually, it's not my love language, but it's nice.
It is nice.
I don't remember mine. I wish I remembered mine.
So there's acts of service. There's touch, like physical touch.
Yeah.
There is words of affirmation. Help me, Krista.
There's the gift
Um,
one.
Quality time.
Oh, the gift.
Quality time and
Oh,
gifts. and
Okay,
gifts.
I think mine was. I think quality time was my top one. Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember.
Mine is words of affirmation. Like you sit here, you tell me you love me. You write
Yes.
me a nice card like Tiff does. Like, well, you guys all do, but in high school, Tiffany wrote me like these super nice cards. And when I found them and reread them, I was like, oh my gosh, like
Dude, we remember the yearbooks? Like, people wrote
Oh
some
my
really
gosh.
nice stuff in there. I'm like, why don't we talk like that anymore?
tags.
I love that one.
Okay, who do you guys think should pay on a first date?
Ooh.
I hate to
Personally,
say
I
it.
think it should be 50-50.
Same. I feel like
Yes.
we should split it. But how do you just go, should we split it? Is that what you do?
I go, oh,
Or do you reach and I don't, it's like weird. How do you
awkward.
say that you want to split it without sounding, I don't know.
You can go
I think a lot of
ask.
people, like, from what I heard from friends, is that when they went on dates, the guy would just like openly say it, like, "Do you want to split? Like,
Oh,
let's go Dutch," and then they would just do it. But I think it also depends because I don't mind paying for meals. Like, I'm just like, it's just food, you know. It's not like I paid like $50 for your food. It's probably like $10, right? I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, I can get it. Like, I don't really mind it.
okay. What if he bought something that was like a $70 steak? I don't eat steak. I don't know if it's that expensive. And then your meal was like $30. Would you want to split it down the middle?
Nah.
Oh.
No.
Especially
like,
if
I
the
had
date
the
didn't go well
salad.
either.
I
Did you
wouldn't
say
mind.
salad?
Yeah, especially if I had a salad, I am not going half.
No, what if your meal was $30 though? I don't think a salad would be $30.
Well, in
Yeah,
comparison
salad
to
with
the
lobster.
$70 steak, well, I don't know. I like the thought of like them like offering, but like okay, like in my perfect date, right? Like it's like a whole day, right? Where you do like 3 million different things. If they pay for the first thing, I'm okay. Okay, I got next.
Yeah.
It's kind of 50-50.
But what if you're just dating different people? So like the guy always has to pay on the first date for all his dates?
I think it also depends because some guys actually really like paying on the first date because they're like, it's just me acting as a gentleman, you know, as courtesy. But I think it's also nice if you had told them that you're gonna pay and they offered. Like if they didn't offer, it's kind of like, but like, just like make the gesture. Like I'm not saying you gotta whip out your wallet. Just be like, oh, are you sure? No, I got you. It's cool.
Okay.
I think it's who asked for the date.
True.
That's also true.
Like, did you ask to take me out or did I ask?
That's a good point.
Yeah, like, oh, I got it, like I asked, or
Yeah.
But some guys are also really weird, like, no, it's fine, like I got it. And then after they do that, I'm like, I'm not gonna say no because someone told me you're taking away my blessing. So I was like, oh, my bad. You can bless me.
Hey, okay.
Somebody said that to you?
Yeah, they were like, stop taking away my blessing. Because I was like, no, like it's fine, like I'll pay for mine. And they were like, no, like stop taking away my blessing, like I got you. And I was like, okay, sorry, you can bless me.
Listen, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so now whenever someone like offers to do something for me, I try not to say no. Like I try to be like, okay, like thank you.
Yeah.
When do you guys think is like an appropriate time to like go in for a kiss or get like the first kiss with that person? I'm actually really curious.
I know, I was gonna ask this too. Like, do you think the first date is too soon?
I think it is. So this is like, you go and you get it.
Okay, I know how I can be a good kisser.
If it was your first date and you guys only like, does it depend on how long you talked before you met up?
Oh, like
You're
if
saying
this is
like
That would, yeah. I feel like
that
if you know
kinda
the person for a long time before, like it doesn't matter.
are you talking about like
Like,
if
how
you
much
had talked to them for like a month and then like you just finally went on your first like date?
Yeah, okay. How about like you met this guy on a dating app and you guys talked for like a month and then you finally meet up? That's kind of a long time, right? And
Yeah.
or
I think a month to meet up is one time.
versus a friend that you just met through another friend, so you guys kind of know each other better than like a dating app. Would you kiss on the first date with either of them?
I probably wouldn't. I just like try to show restraint just for myself, because if I know, if I kiss the person on the first date, then I'm automatically gonna be like, oh, I like this person. But I just try to like
Test the
calm
waters.
myself.
Oh, are you trying to test how good the kiss was?
Yeah, that's me. I test the waters. Big toe.
She tasted the water.
She's like, let me just. Okay. I feel it.
Sorry,
But I won't
you
ever
did
go
say
in for the first kiss, like on the first date. Like if you kiss me on the first date, or like you try to, like I'll make it happen. I won't make it awkward. Like I won't be like, oh no, like
Oh, so you want to just be
Oh,
like, what are you
yeah.
doing?
yeah. I don't think I could do that to a guy because they already like had the courage to like come at me. I don't think
What
I
if
could
it
be
was
like,
a
oh
bad date?
no.
Okay, what if they do that
If
thing
it
like
was
you
a bad
see-
date, I would have drove myself home by then.
Oh,
What if, is it
That's
like
fine.
on TV where you see like guys actually ask, "Can I kiss you?" and then the girls are like, "You can kiss my cheek." Like, would you do that? I find those so awkward when I watch it.
I think it's nice that they ask.
Yeah,
And,
I agree. I don't think it ruins the moment. I would want someone to ask me like, can I kiss you? And I'd be like, yeah, like
yeah.
kiss me.
if you're not feeling it, if you want to say no, chances are you're probably not going to want a second date anyway. So you could just split and never see that person ever again.
True.
I think that's actually what people end up doing too.
What is it? Have you guys seen that movie Hitch? Like
No.
90%. Yeah.
Oh wait, Tiffany tried to make me watch it. I think like twice at her house. I just couldn't get through it.
It was so good. It was
good.
it's like you. What is it? No, she goes in 90% of the way, and you go 10, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay.
The girl goes in 90% of the way.
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, so she has to be the one who's like requesting it.
Oh, okay.
You go in to like finish the job.
Mhm.
Such a good movie.
But like girls also give like hints, like like get kind of closer, or I don't know.
Or like it was
guessing.
so elongate.
Yeah, that too. Like, oh, so am I gonna see you tomorrow? And have like that awkward long conversation. I mean, that's what I do too.
Wait, so what do you think when people at the end of the date are like, oh, like it was nice meeting you, or like we should do this again? Like, how much of that do you actually take to like heart that they actually want to go on a second date?
I think like Catherine said, like the vibes, the aura, like the whole date,
can
right?
feel
Like
the
the whole feel, exactly.
Okay, how about this? If you guys didn't really feel anything during a first date, would you then just send it like through whatever dating app, like after you've left, like just saying like, thanks for the date. Unfortunately, I didn't really feel any connection, or would you like just ghost? I'm actually curious because I think like it's hurtful to say like for people to already give that like, oh, it's not going to work out. But I also think it's better than being ghosted. So, and they're kind of just waiting on your response. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to think of the right answer.
I mean, it doesn't have to
like,
be an answer.
what is ghosted? Like just like stop communication all
Yeah.
Yes.
just
I
right
hate
off
that,
the-
but then I can't say that because I did it. Because I got scared because this person kept asking to hang out when I said I like wasn't looking to.
Mhm.
and then it would just be like, okay, never mind. So like we go into conversation as friends, and then later it's like asking again, and then I kind of got like, I didn't know how to say it again, so then I just stopped replying, and I was
That
like,
I get.
is that mean? But I just didn't know what to do, so I did the ghosting thing, and I was like, ooh, I'm that person that like I hate.
It's okay. I mean, people have always ghosted, so it's. I mean, it's a little sad, but it happens. I'm not saying like nobody does it. Like everybody does it, has done it, or has even thought about it. So
I don't think you really ghosted because you were like, I'm not really looking. That was the explanation there.
I know, but then it was more conversation, and then later I just completely stopped replying because I was like, dude, it's awkward.
I don't know. Let's say you look at you try to say, you want to say something.
I know.
Because I don't think I would ever be like, I would hope that the other person would get the same vibes as me. Because I don't think I would ever be like, oh yeah, sorry, that wasn't a really good date. Like, I don't really want to talk anymore. Like,
damn, you would say
like,
that? It wasn't a good date?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Like, that's so mean. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
Like, how do you, I don't know how to get out of that. Like, if they, or maybe if they ask for another one, I'd probably just say like I'm busy, or I would keep saying I'm busy, and then hopefully they would get the hint that I'm busy.
See, it's just awkward. I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. That's tough.
I would do that.
Who would do what?
Just be like, busy. You know, this is like a very like weird time in my life right now.
Oh, that's
there are actually people who responded like that.
It's not you, it's me.
Oh, none of those yet.
You're saying everything from TV.
I'm working on myself. I think I've done that one before. I've definitely done that one. Like, oh yeah, I don't know if I can move forward. Like, I'm working on myself. Really? Yeah, I've definitely used that one. But I mean, it was kind of an easy letdown.
You know which one I do like? Okay, there was this one time I was going to like a church event, right? And like somebody, I asked him to like bring me over there because he lives like next to me. And then he was like, how about we like hang out? You know, the two of us. And I was like, my easy out always is I'll pray about it, and then I never like say anything again. That's like my polite way.
That is a great Christian escape. Oh,
I'll pray about it.
Can we hang out? Oh, let me pray about it, because you know God is the one who's gonna tell me the way to go.
Guarding my heart.
Yes, I'm guarding my heart right now, and I just want to make sure that's the right decision I should make. That's so good. That is a classic Christian cop out.
And nobody's feelings get hurt.
How do you know? I'm just kidding.
I think because genuinely, like, I know some girls who do use that line and they end up with that person anyway. They actually do like pray about it.
It's like I think it's like respect, right? Like you respect that relationship with God, and like you respect, you know, that they're that close. And like on the other hand, it's kind of like I don't want to say turn on. I need a better term. It's like attractive.
There you go.
Sure. It's like really attractive, you know, like if a guy were to be like, oh, I'm gonna pray about it, or I'm praying for you, like that's super attractive to me personally, because I mean I believe in the same thing. I have those same values.
Yeah, you guys gotta find your own.
Damn. Yeah, I'd probably just be like, nah, sorry.
Wait about okay, on a first date, are you driving there, or are they picking you up?
Okay, yeah, let's pretend we're all on a dating app, okay? We're one person. And we talk to this guy for, I don't know, Krista, how long do you talk to someone before you go on a date? 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
1 week.
Oh. 1 week. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to cut through the BS.
Okay. We talked to this guy for a week. Now he asked us out on a date. Do you ask him to pick you up, or do you drive yourself there to meet up?
Drive myself, because if the date is I am just like, it's kind of like whatever, at least I can just be like, yeah, I'm kind of tired, like I guess we can call it that. Versus if he drove, he can be like, hey, we can go get dessert, and I'll be like, well, god damn it, now I got wait, because he drove me here. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah.
I think too, for safety, because I don't know this guy personally and no one in my circle knows him personally, I wouldn't want him to know where I live, especially if things got weird and like, what if he's a stalker or,
Comes by dropping off stuff.
So pro tip for all you girls out there on dating apps.
Okay, and then if he
drive
says,
yourself.
would you want him to pick where you're going, or would you suggest something?
Is he offering to pick a place?
He just goes, do you want to go out on a date? I don't know how it works.
I think we would have to agree on where we're going or what we're doing.
So would you just do coffee like Krista said?
I didn't go
The first date. That's good. You want something that's a little bit short so you know whether or not you want to actually meet them for longer. Let's be honest.
See, if I set up the date, I would pick something short like coffee and then get out, right? But if this person like went through the time to like plan out this thing, okay, I have my ideal and then what I did. Ideally, if they planned out this whole thing, I'd say, yeah, sure, I'll meet you there. And then like, because they went through all that trouble to plan. But what did I actually do? I went to Oliver's apartment, and I also didn't tell anyone that I was going there because
Krista,
I just didn't want the world to like know that I was like opening, putting myself out there.
Just gotta let one person know.
I know.
I was like embarrassed. I know I did it so wrong, but hey, I'm alive. And you're a normal person. All my organs are still inside.
As of now.
For now. 3 years
So when
later,
would you
see.
let him drive you after what date?
I think the third.
I like to say 3 too.
I was just going to say second. If I felt safe the first time, go ahead.
And also too, my housemates, because they're so cute, what they used to do was they had their iPhone like map things. And so when they would go on a date, they're like, hey, I'm going on a date on this day. Like, this is where I'm going to be. You can check my location and make sure I'm there. Plus, like, they just make sure that somebody knows just in case something goes wrong.
I think I would do that too.
Yeah, because Shirley went on a date and she went hiking. And she told us, she's like, so I'm going on a hike and I'm going this way. And I was like, you want to go on a hike on your date? I was like, how are you going to talk? You're just going to, so what are you I was like, it's exhausting to walk and talk. I'm sorry. I just.
Especially in the heat. Oh my gosh.
The incline.
It's like, don't talk to me as I'm going up, please.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, it's just safety and precaution. Just do it.
Where there was no service, man, that girl is brave.
Does she know this person?
Too. No, I think it was maybe their second or third date, but I was like, still, homie, I was like, how are we gonna reach you? I was like, we're just gonna be like, she went on this trail and that was it. Like, we can't track you anymore. So where? She came back alive. Fine.
I just like remember it because I came back from my date or whatever. After we had gone on 3 dates, then I decided to tell somebody because I don't like to tell people things right away because I know they make a big deal and they go, oh my God, really? And I just don't want to get excited like that. So I try to keep things very like mellow until I know that I like this person. But yeah, by the 3rd date, I told somebody what happened. I think the person I told like almost slapped me. She's like, are you stupid? You could have died.
You could have.
I could have.
But I didn't.
And here I am.
I'm alive.
I heard a lot of dating stuff from my housemates and from friends. It's just like they're like, you're just so lucky that you don't have to date anymore. And I was like, I mean, I still want to kind of know.
I don't want to do it.
Is it because it just sounds like exhausting, or is it just because you just don't want to like waste the time to do it on something that you don't think is
I talked to you guys about like my health stuff. I want to get that in order first. I feel like that's like a different podcast because I wanted to talk to you guys about it. But that, and also I don't want to do the dating apps. I'm so old school in that way where I do wish I could just meet people in person. But it's like now we can't even leave the house. I can't even go out. So it's like, cool. Just be single for another year.
Hey, some people have been doing like Google Hangouts or like Zoom like calls with these people.
But to start, you have to be on a dating app, right?
Yes.
Well, you have like you have guy friends. Like, would you ever consider
Ew,
dating
no.
them? I'm just asking. I'm just
At
asking.
all?
No,
Throwing it
like
out
what if they
there.
hooked you up with somebody and be like, hey, this is my friend? Would you be open?
I feel like I still don't want to date people because I still have so many problems. You guys know that. But
No,
I
that's
don't know.
good.
I think I
That's
would,
good to recognize. First of
yeah,
all,
like
that
I don't
like
want
you
to
want to
bring
like
that
build
into
yourself up.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think like Krista and I talked about it before where she was like, we were talking about if someone tried to set you up, like, would you guys go do that? Would you try it out?
Like a blind date?
Yeah, you've literally never met that person, but your friend thinks that they're a good match for you.
I say sure.
I would.
It
Yeah.
sounds fun.
I have full faith in my friends, not to put me out there in a silly way.
Yeah.
I think I
I
would
mean,
too.
So you guys, oh no, Krista, you said you would. And Catherine, you probably wouldn't.
I don't know. It makes me laugh. Like everything makes me laugh. I feel like if I saw them, I'd start
I would
laughing
warn
because I'm
them.
like, dude, I know that someone mentioned, and then it's like it feels like that pressure to like it's a real date because now someone put you guys together, and I'd rather hang out as friends first.
Mhm.
I don't like that pressure. I think, yeah. I don't
Who's
know.
to say
Okay,
that
but
this
like,
has to
what if?
be like
Yeah.
a date? Why can't it just be like pen pals meeting for the first time?
Because it
Except
makes
you
me
didn't
laugh
write
that my
letters.
friend goes, do you want to go on a date with my friend because I think you guys would be a good match? Then I'd be like, oh my God, it makes me laugh. I don't know why.
But if you want to hang out as friends first, you have a ton of guy friends that you hung out as friends first. Do you think you could ever get past that initial stage of like, I don't really want to see you as a friend, but maybe something a
Yeah.
little bit more?
I mean, that
That's
was
kind
my,
of hard. Once you're friend zoned, it's like hard to get out of.
but that was my first one was friends first. But
Oh,
now
okay.
these guys, I would never, we're like, we've been friends since, I don't know, 5-6 years now. It's weird. They're just like
It's
my
been too
best.
long.
Yeah.
So you don't have a backup plan for like when you hit
Sounds
like
so
age
sad.
like 35, like you and I, we gonna like get together if we both single.
Ew, no.
What is that? Is that
So
a pact?
weird. I don't look at them that
Yeah.
way. They don't look at me that way.
Fallback?
The fallback.
Yeah.
No, I would just adopt my kids myself. But let's hope I'm not single at 35. Damn.
It's okay. We can always like, run the dog shelter.
Yeah, I have
know?
so many things I could do by myself.
Well, you wouldn't be by yourself. You got like 3 other aunties.
You guys are gonna have kids and stuff and be busy. Come on.
I mean,
Yeah,
kids and
but
dogs be the same, right?
yeah,
But
they
I'm gonna
gotta play
need
with
mom nights.
somebody.
What do you mean? But yeah.
Yeah.
True. I said I would watch everyone's kids.
We're gonna go take
No,
you to
you're
Aunt
not watching the
Catherine's. We're all
No.
dumping them at the same time. And Catherine's like, what the heck?
You can dump them at my mom's house. My mom watch our kids.
I know this group of parents. I don't know them personally, but like they're just a group of parents. They don't know each other, but they take turns dumping each other's kids at one couple's house. So one couple will watch like 10 kids and they'll just like alternate so everybody else can go have like their own like separate like date night things. We're not going to do that
Nice.
I
for
would get
Catherine.
FOMO so bad.
Same. I
But
had
they're not
major
hanging out
FOMO.
together. They're hanging out just like in pairs, like with their
Like,
spouse.
so the parents are
Oh.
doing their own thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they pick people they don't know. Not
I mean,
well,
that's also kind of
don't
messed
know
up too.
well enough. Like they've like checked each other out, like they're in the same community of people, but they're not like besties where they're like, oh, I'm gonna have FOMO if I don't hang out with you guys together.
Oh.
I couldn't do that.
Really?
My mom wants grandkids so bad. Like
Yeah,
I can't wait
same.
to
My
just
parents would
dump
just
them
take
off.
care of the kids.
Me too.
I'll probably just call you every day. Hey, you want to take the kids over? You're like, yeah, sure.
Like my mom wants grandkids so bad. She's like literally counting the days. Like it's so bad. I'm like, Mom, there's nothing there. What do
I
you
need
mean?
commitment, Mom.
There's no ring.
Already though? You guys are so young.
Is it?
Yeah,
Parents
my
don't
mom-
think I'm young. They're like worried.
Mm-mm. They're old. My mom
You're
thinks
right.
I'm like old.
Yeah.
You know, my mentor told me, like, because I was like, I was like, I don't know, should I get engaged right now? Is this the right time? Am I too young? I feel a little young. She's like, Krista, you're not young. And she was like trying to like phrase it. I was like, okay, she's calling me old. She's like, by the time I was your age, I was already like married and like looking to buy a house. And I was like, I get it, I'm behind.
That's the older generation.
Yeah, our times run
Literally.
hella differently. Like at this age, we would have been married. We probably would have had 1 or 2 kids, and we would definitely be looking to buy a house.
My tubes would probably already be tied. Okay, so so like, we're old now, right, Krista?
No.
We're old.
Nobody is old.
I'm not old.
No. Okay, no. I feel it. Okay, so we're older, right? And I feel like couples who are older, let's say late 20s, early 30s, I feel like they date for like 6 months to a year, and then boom, engaged, and then boom, married.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I feel like that frightens me.
To know that like that dating like gap, like from like, what is it, like 4 years or something to get like engaged is now shortened to like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I think so. I know I can name plenty of people, especially in the Christian world. Like, the minute you date,
Especially
the minute you're in love, like, boom, married.
Okay, I have a theory for that one.
Okay.
It's because the culture around them is very focused on like committing to a marriage.
Okay.
Like they value marriage, I think, a little bit more than the rest of like all the other cultures. I think, well, for one, they won't do no dingy without no ringy, right?
True.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the rush. And second, I think they kind of like erase the values. Like, you marry one person and you just like have to stick it out and you do whatever it takes to like stay into that marriage. Whereas like, in other cultures, they just say, you could just divorce if you want to. That's what my coworker told me. Because
My
I was
culture
like,
isn't like that.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just that one culture that she was talking about, they're like very like rushed to get married.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think
would
it also
you
depends on
guys
some
do
people.
that? Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, I agree, it depends. But would you do that? Like, would you date for like 6 months and then get married and
Nope.
then
You don't know
boom,
someone in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
People change.
Especially, I think like you don't also know how they are like in when you live with them too. I think that's a big thing. Like, if you don't know that they're like a messy person, they don't do their chores, they don't wash the dishes, they're just like overall just like a dirty person. I know.
Mhm.
So you think that you have to live with them before you can marry them?
Yes, but I also don't think I would be able to do it within a year or two. Like, my minimum that I would have to be together with you is 4 years before you even consider like proposing.
That's what I thought, but now that I'm old, I feel like I feel like when you're older though, maybe after 1 or 2 years, you kind of can know because people can be more mature, maybe. But like in your early 20s, maybe you would have like 1 or 2 years is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, I agree with that. I think it's also like that. What is it? The time thing, like for men and women, it's like
Yeah.
you want to still think that you're like in your prime, especially if you wanted to like have kids. But I think it's mostly like as time gets by and we are maturing, like I think we know exactly what we want and we're kind of set on it. Like, we're not constantly changing our minds.
Yeah.
Like, I still think we're young. I still think like we're actually really young. But I also had this like ideal timeline in my head when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I would be done with school by the time I was 22. I would be married and have kids at 26 in my beautiful house.
Yeah, that's why
and like
I think
here I am. Yeah, and like here I am, 26, like not in my own house, definitely not. No career, like just finished school.
Masters though.
Masters.
That's the list.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's just weird to look up to, right? Because our parents, well, I mean, my parents, not Krista's, like had all of us like super young, and you know, had to like start this whole life, and then eventually got divorced, and then my mom eventually like was dating, and she dated quite a few guys before she finally remarried, but she only dated that last guy for like 2 months, and then they got married. So it just kind of like blows my mind. Like,
That was 2 months? Oh shit.
She knew what she
yeah, dude.
wanted.
I was not happy, but you know, not my life.
Real life.
I think I told you guys before, my parents only knew each other for 3 months.
But your parents are so adorable. I love watching
They
them
are.
interact.
What I learned from them is it's like once you marry the person, you've married them, and you, both parties have to both be willing to give and take and communicate. I think that's like just like the necessities. I think like a lot of people, like, did you guys watch an Indian matchmaking show yet?
No.
No.
Oh, it was so good. But a lot of them just like want an ideal person, but are not willing to do any of the work. We just got like our marriage counseling booklet, but it's basically like a booklet to set like a couple up for like, here's all the work you have to do in your life, and just here are some of the tricks that you can like do to help it along.
Mhm.
So I think that's just like one thing to like remember is like, if you're gonna actually like, get married to somebody, you're saying you're gonna put in the work.
True.
Yeah.
I would want marriage counseling from your parents if they're willing.
Really?
I
That's
love
good.
their relationship.
So seriously, like before I got married, I would genuinely ask your parents for marriage counseling.
Because I was only talking to him maybe like a month or two ago, and my mom told me that my dad has never like apologized for anything in 30 years.
Never.
And then he finally apologized like a couple of months ago. Yeah. And that was the first time. And it was a breakthrough for them. So I'm like, dude, they've been together for 30 years. And I was like, that's the type of stuff you like sign yourself up for.
All right, guys, this wraps up our episode for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Stay
bitchin'.
bitchin'.